Good evening. My name is Stephanie Johnson. In the song The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston, she states that our children are our future. This is a profound statement because our young minority men futures are in question. There has been a national recognition that juveniles being tried as adults are impacting minority men and also are detrimental to their future. I will be discussing briefly the criminal justice system compared to the juvenile justice system, a few statistics showing how minorities are impacted, and the detrimental effects of trying juveniles as adults for nonviolent crimes, leading to a national movement to treat all youths ages 17 and under as juveniles rather than adults. This topic is relevant to us because as minorities, it's affecting our future generations. I am credible to deliver this speech because I am a criminal justice major, so I have knowledge on the criminal justice system and the juvenile justice system. And also, I have done research on this topic. I will begin by discussing briefly the juvenile justice system compared to the criminal justice system. In the beginning, juveniles were treated the same as adults. That means they were tried in the same court, given the same penalties, and housed in the same prisons. The United States recognized that there was a distinction between juveniles and adults. According to author Cox and Allen, the age of responsibility was created 2,000 years ago to establish a distinction between adults and juveniles, and at which juveniles become responsible, and the age at which juveniles become responsible. Also, according to these authors, nonviolent juveniles are more likely than adults to be rehabilitated if intervened at an early stage. The purpose of the juvenile justice system is to rehabilitate the juvenile, while the criminal justice system, the adult criminal justice system, is to punish. Next, I will discuss statistics showing how minorities are impacted in the aftermath of being tried as an adult. There are a few statistics that show more minorities are sent to adult prisons than their white counterparts, and also more minorities are weighed to adult courts than their white counterparts. For example, according to the article of Justice by Paul D'Amato, he states, white youths were 59% of all drug-related cases petitioned to adult court, but of those cases, only 35% actually got waived to adult courts. Black youths charged with similar offenses were 39% of the cases petitioned to adult courts, but more than half, 63%, actually went to adult courts. Being that minority juveniles make up a majority of the adult prison than their white counterparts, they are more likely to be impacted by the aftermath. Nonviolent juveniles being tried as adults does more harm to the juvenile and to the community. According to authors Gainborough and Young, they state that juveniles being tried as adults are more likely to commit suicide, be attacked by staff members, be assaulted by weapons in prison, and also be sexually assaulted. And juveniles being tried as adults are living with that stigma forever. Finally, I will discuss the national consciousness of the injustice in trying juveniles as adults. According to the U.S. Today article by Alcindor, there is a national movement underway to make all states treat youths 17 and under as juveniles rather than adults. The article explains that many states are recognizing that youths are still developing and their behaviors are much more malleable. And also there are several detrimental effects when trying juveniles as adults. The states of New York and North Carolina are taking the lead in this movement, hoping that other states will follow closely behind. So now you are better informed about the injustice in trying juveniles for nonviolent crimes as adults. I briefly discussed the juvenile justice system compared to the adult criminal justice system, statistics displaying that minorities are impacted, and the detrimental effects of minorities being tried as adults rather than juveniles, all leading to a national movement. There has been a national recognition that sentencing juveniles as adults for nonviolent crimes greatly impacts minorities and has a detrimental effect on their community. Remember the words of Whitney Houston, "The children are our future."